Welcome back everyone for a picture perfect Cobra Kai Season 6 Watch Party! The beginning of the end is on the horizon, and it will be here sooner than you're ready. In addition to the mind-blowing trailer, Netflix also released several production photos teasing events in the upcoming season. Now, production photos aren't precise screenshots from the show, but usually a pose from a scene. So while we have this photo of the guys training, we know from the trailer this is how it will look in the show. The production photo allows for better framing for a still photograph. It's used in publications, web articles, and the like. The first photo up front is quite a shocker. In all of Cobra Kai, you've never seen anything like this. Are you ready? Yes, Johnny has made a baby outfit with the Eagle Fang logo. You can imagine it as a special baby gi so the kid can start training right away. However the season pans out, this has already won the award for absolute cutest moment of the series. Sometimes the normal badassery needs to give way to some of those lighter moments. This is one of them. Looking around, we can also interpret a lot of what's going on. The family is really coming together. Robbie is there at the Diaz apartment as well. He's gone from not even being mentioned, absent from Carmen's dream, to over on a rare occasion, to now kind of coming over somewhat regularly. It's not even a come over for dinner sort of thing. It's a he's part of the family now. That is a lot of progress for all of them. Curious that it's just the right angle we can't see Carmen's engagement ring. You remember this shot from the end of last season? Johnny gave Carmen a ring he helpfully took from Sensei Odell as he no longer was needing it. They're definitely engaged and marriage is on the horizon. In fact, the reason for this whole encounter could be wedding plans. Any story has to show character growth, and Johnny has come a long way from this guy. Next up, Chozen. Can't get enough of him. He has acquiesced to Amanda's insistence that he wear clothes in the morning. I agree, what a drag. Full nude is where it's at. I'm nude while recording this video, actually. Anyway, there's some important points we can deduce from this. He's still living with the... He's still living with the LaRussos and will likely be there the entire season. His integration with them is a source of good fun, and you gotta wonder if he still watches those dating shows. There may be more to this scene than a little fun hijinks, however. He's reading the newspaper, and generally that's only done for a big moment. Last season, the newspaper was used by Tori to lead Daniel to Stingray. I think it's very likely Chozen is reading in the paper that Kreese escaped from prison. You remember at the end of season 5, the officer thought Kreese had died in a jail riot, and clearly that's what he told Daniel and Johnny. Obviously, at some point, all that got straightened out, and they know he didn't die. He just faked his death and was able to escape from jail. That would definitely make the newspaper, and it is likely what Chozen is reading right here. You can see Amanda especially has a worried look. She's not worried Chozen will strip nude.
I know you like it. Eh?
She's worried that Kreese is still alive and on the run. This puts them, the kids, everyone in danger. What is Kreese up to? It's very likely this is episode 1 or 2. It has that early season feel that it's laying the groundwork for the action and events that will come later. Also, if you want to know Daniel's secret to looking so young, observe he sits down for breakfast but doesn't actually eat anything. You don't stay in shape looking youthful by eating butter croissants, you know. Next we have the girls training at Miyagi-Do. This is a great shot because it's the first time we see all 3 of them training together. In the trailer we saw Sam and Tori training, but now we have Devin in the mix too. It's a Miyagi-Do kata, and you get the impression Sam is leading them. Their facial expressions are a little interesting, especially Tori's, who looks worried actually. I'm not sure that means anything in particular, as it's just a set photo, and it could just be the girls posing for this shot. They're in their street clothes and in different outfits than we've seen them every other time. I suspect it's the same day as this shot from the trailer. The students are training hard, but not in their gis yet. That means it's probably within the first 3 episodes of the season. It may even still be episode 1, which probably has several scenes of them training at the dojo. The gis will likely come later. That alone, with the dojo name, are gonna be sort of a reveal. The girls are definitely learning to work together. Sam and Tori were able to get along at the end of last season with a united common goal. How will Devin react to working with Sam? She's definitely loyal and hyper-competitive, so she may want to train with the girl who beat her in the Sekai Taikai qualifier. I don't think Devin will mind training at Miyagi-Do, as she already went to Topanga and definitely seems open to moving around. Plus, she trusts Johnny. Tori is the one who likely doesn't feel comfortable. It is similar to Hawk at the beginning of Season 4. How will she fit in? Unlike Hawk, she won't be proposing a massive work project to improve the dojo. She needs Sam's acceptance and others to feel at ease. Weirdly, she's close to Devin, so if Devin is excited and eager to be there, that will likely rub off on her as well. By the way, if you look between Devin's legs, I mean lower, you can see this statue in the background. It's the statue here. It looks like the deck has changed slightly, but this is kind of an angle of Miyagi-Do we don't get very often. Now we have Chozen and Johnny squaring off the fight. Daniel is the referee. We have this shot in the trailer, so this isn't something entirely new. I do think this is more than a demonstration for the students. How does Chozen and Johnny's sparring help the students learn? Are there different rules for the Sekai Taikai? Perhaps, but this wouldn't be addressing that. Something more is definitely going on. There's a great shot of the guys training. This is again a shot we saw in the trailer, albeit from a different angle. It's certainly early in the season, everyone is broken up into groups and training on their particular project. This is probably an early montage of them preparing for the Sekai Taikai. Everything is going well. Speaking of going well, nothing shows that better than this shot. Everyone is lined up with their white gis looking at someone or something. It is kind of the follow-up of this shot, which was released a few months ago. It is likely part of this moment from the trailer, but we can't be sure. In the trailer, we see Devin and Kenny. We certainly don't see them in this shot. I'm not really sure what to make of it. One interesting note, and this could easily just be because it's a production photo, everyone tends to be looking up. Like not level, but up. Easiest to see with Robbie and maybe Sam, but still. Could they be looking up at a certain returning sensei? A sensei who's very tall? The questions that arise. Next is an extremely important shot of Sean and Kenny punching at Robbie and Miguel. This is definitely turning to a fight at a batting cage, and the big question remains, why? We do know from the trailer Robbie and Sean get taken out, but there's still so many unanswered questions. Since we saw Kenny and Miyagi-Do later in the trailer, we know he will eventually come around and join up with them. This is part of that journey. That also means this is likely early in the season. This fight could very easily be in episode 1. We know there are 2 major fights in episode 1, and maybe this is one of them. The reason it is extra impactful is because it's all about Kenny's journey. I will have more on this eventually because it all relates to Sean as well. One thing is clear, this is a real fight and not some practice sparring match. There are plenty of onlookers, so it could get wild. The final, most important shot is Kreese with Kim Da-Eun. I've suggested for a long time that they could link up, and this is proof that will happen. They're in completely new gis. I strongly think from the trees in the background, this is Kim Da-Eun's dojang back in South Korea. Now, how Kreese got here is a bit of a mystery, but she does have access to a private jet. This is the rebirth of Cobra Kai. Winning the Sekai Taikai is where it's at. That way they can take the way of the fist across the globe. Presumably, they're watching her students, or now their students, train. There will definitely be a new slate of students to serve as the bad guys for season 6. Netflix is holding them back for a later reveal. It will be brutal and definitely show no mercy. Kreese is back in form. You can only imagine what he has in store for season 6. There's a lot more to come. Make sure you're subscribed. I'm going to be taking you through everything, and I'll have the best theories and news as it happens. Have a great day. I'll see you at the next watch party.